We are excited to be here joined by, I would say, the amazing Dr. John Molepo. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Wandile, good evening and good evening to your viewers at home.
Thank you so much for taking your time and joining us this evening. We've been looking forward to this conversation. And just briefly, tell us about yourself. Who's Dr. John Molepo?
You know, that question is so difficult, but John Molepo is a young person who comes from Soshanguve, who studied at Tshwane University of Technology, currently working as a senior lecturer and program leader at the University of Mpumalanga. John is a community person. John believes in young people, believes that a person who is disadvantaged because of resources or so, John Molepo can be able to assist. John also believes in the issue of education, that young people need to be, advanced to achieve their goals. John Molepo has assisted a lot of students in terms of their registration and tuition fees, managed to assist them with their licenses, a driver's license, a learner's license. John also assisted schools, recently opened mini libraries in different schools. So this is John Molepo, a community individual, a person who assists a lot of young people out there in South Africa.
Wow, that is really an amazing profile. Maybe just a bit of an icebreaker. How is lockdown level 1 treating you so far?
No, level 1 is doing very well. I'm happy. So far, so good. My partner was even telling me that why can't we go to Mozambique or so, but everything is so fine. I'm enjoying, lockdown. It's just that I'm still scared of going out to, the
Most of
pubs
us.
just to see other. Yeah, I'm work home. Yeah, so. Whenever I find time, I will definitely try and go and see young people there in the pubs and so on.
Amazing. So let's just get into it. I think our interest this evening, what we really want to know, where did the idea of starting Tshwane initiative, where does it all come from?
Well, obviously, if you can translate Tshwane, it's simply translated as help your brethren. I'm one of the individual who indeed suffered, who could not actually struggle to find the funds to pursue my studies. So I was assisted by community members and other individuals who saw a potential that this young man can indeed be someone in life. So they assisted me in terms of the fees. So this is simply, I then decided that why can't I go back and plow back to our community and assist others. I thought I was playing. I started at 5 rands until to a point that it went to thousands of thousands. And I started assisting few, 10 students, and I'm seated at close to 600 students that we have assisted through this initiative. So we assist the registration fees. We also assist with tuition fees, but some we not necessarily assist them directly, but some we find that companies will come to us, to our organization to say, John, we're looking for 30 students who are doing this and this, and then can you please assist us? We want to pay for their bursaries and so on. So then we want to give them bursaries, by the way. So we then identify those because we have a list. We then identify those ones, then send them to different companies. And some we go to the robots. I must tell you, at the robots, we make a lot of money. It can assist there and there. So Tshwane is about assisting, people who are disadvantaged, who cannot pay for their tuition fees, who also cannot pay for their registration fees. I'm also happy that now currently the NSFAS is at place, but we still have other students who are using cash who cannot even pursue. So we are trying to assist as much as we can. Hence, we are all calling all the nation or all people in our society to come and assist us through any donation. Then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. That is really amazing work, Doc. You know, when I read your story for the first time, I was like, this is just genius. This is amazing work that you are really doing out there. Maybe the next question will be, what is the criteria, you know, besides coming from a disadvantaged background? Is there any other criteria that you guys have when you say actually selecting students to fund?
Well, the most important thing, as you said, disadvantaged students, I must tell you, our being disadvantaged differs. For an example, you find other students coming from deep rural areas. They've never seen a university. Some of them, even they are orphans. They don't have anything at all. So we look into those cases. There's a committee that see part of the criteria is that we look into whether this person, like for if we want to continue assisting you, we also check if this person has been studying well, is doing very well. There are a lot of criteria. For an example, also we look into whether this, like previously, if I can, before I can say another thing, we don't pay for a private college. We pay for public, because a person will study nursing at a private college that costs 25,000, while the person can go to one of the institutions that we have when publicly. So other people try to make fraud. We at least managed to see some people who try to rob us some funds, but at least we could see these people were lying to us. But mostly we rely obviously on the question of your affidavit, the affidavit, your document that will be required. For example, if you're an orphan, the certificate, the guardian, and so on.
Wow, that is really brilliant. And another interesting that I really want to find out is how has been the response, you know, of the public to this amazing work that you're doing? Because I believe that, you know, you started in your community and then you now just are going big and you are touching so many lives. How is the response of the public to the work that you're doing?
Well, the response is humongous. I must say, I really appreciate the support that I'm getting from the whole of South Africa. It started as a small thing in our community. It went big, but I must always appreciate taxi drivers. They're the ones that contributes more towards the association, towards this particular initiative. And we also have the students, those who completed, they still come and plow back. Some made debit orders that each and every month let this thing go to this coffer. So support has been there from all people. And if you can check, even students there at University of Northwest, where I was working, we have a team. Each and every year they go to the robots, Rustenburg, Kimberley. It's no longer something that I do it alone, or few of us. It's been done by the nation. Limpopo, we have people who are there in Polokwane, Dr. Mukonza. There are many people who are assisting us there. Gauteng, at least in Gauteng, is Pretoria and Johannesburg. There are a lot of people that are assisting us, because this is no longer about, because obviously, you know, I was telling when I was checking the records, funny enough, only 2 people coming from where I'm coming from, Soshanguve, who have been assisted in terms of the funds, because most of the people are coming from, I don't even know single one. So, but it's something that motivates me, that this is not about John only, but then it's about the community at large, the South Africa. We want to see the better South Africa that we live in.
True. And what, you know, why do you think it is really important for the beneficiaries of this initiative, you know, once they have actually completed their studies, for them to, you know, come back and give back?
Well, we don't force them. Let me just put that, we don't force them to come back, but those with you know, good hearts and so on, they will normally come back. But even myself, I believe that if I've been assisted at some point, let me assist someone else, because even myself, I was assisted by a few colleagues. I'm plowing back, but not to them directly, but to other people. I'm sure maybe where they are taking the spirit and assisting where they can.
Yeah. That is really amazing. And another thing that I would really like to find out from you is which public institutions do you guys work with? And in terms of, of reaching out, because, a lot of students in rural areas are really the ones that really suffer the most. And the work that you are doing really could be, of great benefit to them. So which institutions do you actually work with? And how is the whole application process? How do you guys identify these students in communities?
Well, we work with TUT mostly, and we work with various higher learning institutions, even TVET colleges. We also work with them. Mostly work with bursary office, because they normally tell us which one are still struggling, and then we can easily identify them. And some can easily apply directly to us. But we don't pay directly to a student, we pay directly to a university. You find that the person has applied to us, even NSFAS. Whenever we're about to pay, and then it will say, no, the person has NSFAS. So it comes back to us, something like that. We work with different institutions of higher learning and TVET colleges.
All right, that is amazing. That is amazing. And another thing here, how do you guys actually make sure that from the process of when the student receives the funds, do you guys walk a journey with them in terms of observing how they're performing, or do you just fund and then you just check on them once they've completed their studies, or there's some form of support that you still give to those students that you are funding?
Well, yes. Remember, it doesn't mean if we give you funds, we leave you. There are mentoring that takes place. Their support, like for an example, I know with other few ladies that we assisted monthly, we'll send them sanitary towels, we send them toiletry and so on. And some will assist them with stationery, books and so on. And some of them normally will call them later during the year or during the middle of the year, just to check the progress. How are you? What are the challenges? How can we assist you? So it's not once off thing, it's a continuous process. But even if we assist you, we tell you that this is not sustainable, because of there are a lot of people that require assistance from us. I might assist you this year, but tomorrow I might not be able to assist you. But we are saying to you that whenever you enter the university, make sure that you perform very well, so that people can be able to sponsor you, or other, we can fund other streams to be able to assist you with your tuition fees.
Wow, I guess that is really important, for you guys to make sure that you are giving support, to students. And honestly, finding out about you guys, I was really shocked, because I was expecting this to be something big. And when I say something big, I mean, the support. And I believe that it's something that each and every student should actually know, that there are such platforms, that are actually supporting students. Because if you look at the number of students that are actually, dropping out of varsity due to lack of funds, it's really, it's heartbreaking out here. And if maybe we could just take you a step back, is there anything that happened, in your journey as a student when you started? Is there anything that really inspired this idea? How was your background like in terms of when you got to varsity?
Well, in my case, I'm not coming from a well-off family. So it was actually difficult, but through the assistance of people, that's why I developed more love of people, of plowing back, because of, I noticed that wherever I am now, it's not because of me, but because of people who played a very fundamental role. That's why I normally tell people that even I have a PhD also. This is not my PhD, it's the PhD of people. People invested in me. So it's much important that I plow back to the community. Whatever I'm doing, I'm not only doing it for me, but then to the large society in South Africa. So my journey in the university was, actually, I did not want to go to school, to be honest with you, because I wanted to assist at home. We did not have anything. So mine was, I wanted money. So I went to TUT on the last day of of registration. I took an A in accounting, so most people thought I'll study accounting. So I decided, no, whatever that comes, let it come. Let me study quick. And then I was accepted in public administration. Then I pursued it until the last stage of it. So, and then my journey, I had people assisting me. I remember lecturers. I used to be a student assistant. Lecturers will give me from their own pocket because I was not getting anything. I was just volunteering. They will sometimes give me, 200. Sometimes they will buy grocery for my family and so on, just to push until I finished. Then I was employed, and then started plowing back to the community, which I find it a very it's a good thing that each and every one of us must be able to go back and plow
Exactly.
to people who really assisted you. It might not be necessarily them, but other people. Let the chain, let it be a visual cycle.
Exactly. That is amazing. I always think to myself to say, how much impact would, we all have if we really believed in that principle of giving back, as everyone, took part and made sure that you actually also achieved your dreams, you achieved your goals. And if, we could all, know how to give back to our communities, I do believe that today, we'll be living in a different world. But another question that I have for you, have you always known that you want to be the voice of the voiceless?
Yes, by the way, I used to work at TUTFM. So by the name of John English, I got it there, TUTFM. So as a presenter, a talk show, I used to, advance the interests of young people or the society. I remember even the councillors of Soshangufi did not want me at all, because whenever a community member had a problem, I will definitely try and assist them. So beside Tshwane, there have been programs that I'm doing outside that really assisted. I used to have a program that you call me on the show if you have a problem. Maybe you have a problem with electricity at home, maybe you have a problem with grocery, maybe there's a challenge at home. I will definitely make sure that I used to assist them. So community activism, it's in my blood. It's rooted in my blood. So I've been doing this thing beside Tshwane. Even now, there are programs that I'm doing. I'm taking learners for driver's license. January, we cover books for children. We're doing a library. We're donating library. Besides other donating shoes and so on. But those are the fundamental. I'm mainly focusing on education part of it.
Yes. Right. So that is really amazing. And I am so interested to know, how do you do it all at once with your job and all these initiatives that you are actually having, making a difference? How do you just balance everything?
Well, obviously, I'm just a leader, but there are people that I work with that on daily basis. I'll tell you what is a challenge. I'm just a face, and then we work together. See, working together, it always comes, you get a beautiful result, great result. So I work with a team of young people, graduates. We always identify a gap in our community, and we try, even though we cannot do a huge impact, but the small impact that we are doing to society can make a huge difference. So what we do is we identify what is a challenge, how can we assist. Like currently, if you can go, the most schools that you are coming from in the township or rural area, they don't have libraries, even mini libraries, they don't have. So we are trying to revamp those things. If where I'm seated now, I have a challenge. I received close to 105 requests from schools that they want their libraries to be revamped, or we donate libraries to them. So we will be trying to assist them, but even though we cannot assist all of them, but we are trying. That's why we need to work hand in hand with government to bridge that lacuna, so that we can just see our society doing very well.
And on that, just on that note, Doc, we always wait for, our government, or we always expect our government to, to be the one doing things for us. How can ordinary people like myself, how can we really participate and contribute in this amazing work that you guys are doing?
Well, before that, there's this adage, I'm not sure if I'll be saying it correctly. before government can be able to assist you, let us take, that's why normal people will say charity start at home. Before anyone can assist, start with yourself at home. Make sure that you are fine. That's why before you can love anyone, you need to love yourself first. So before government can even assist us, what are you doing as an individual? Let it be as much as their job is to deliver service and so, but let it be a collegial relation wherein people can work together and let it reciprocate to each other. So these are the issues that we are talking about, that let us work hand in hand with government and so on. But those who want to participate, they are more than welcome to participate. They can call me on 076-750-2300. Follow me on Facebook, John English Molepo, or alternatively go to our website, www.youthempowermentsa.org, and then let us have interaction. Let us see how best we can assist one another. Some of you, like you, Wandile, I know you have money, can be able to donate a lot of amount to us, and whenever you donate to us, it goes back to a particular child who's disadvantaged out there.
You know, I would, personally, I would actually love to, because, when I actually saw your story, it really, it touched my heart, in a way that I'm actually from a similar background like yourself. Upon completing my matric, it was so clear to me that my parents would not be able to, help fund me, and so I had to actually, unfortunately or fortunately for me, I had to make a plan and actually, go out and look for a job so that I could actually fund myself, and continue with my studies. And, there's a lot of students, unfortunately, most of us, we will say, I'm going to get a job so that I can actually take myself to varsity. And, life happens, that never happens. So honestly, when I saw your story, I would really, really love, and I would really encourage our viewers to actually take part in this amazing initiative that you guys are doing, and we'll definitely make sure, to share all your contact details on all our platforms. But, just to maybe, find out from you again, you actually got awarded with the Presidential Award. What did that mean to you and the entire organization?
Well, it simply meant that we are recognized for what we're doing, but let us go back again, deeper, and assist other people. Let us do more, because of, though I hate this thing of being recognized or anything, because whenever you do a good thing, only God can reward you, not individual. But the society obviously can see that you're doing something good. But what is most important is do not stop, continue assisting people out there who are very disadvantaged. Let you be the gap, let you be the voice of the voiceless, let you be the champion of people who cannot, let you be the leader of people who cannot see the way, and assist them at all costs.
Wow, that is, that is truly, truly amazing. You are really doing great things, and, we can only just, join forces with you so that, you can really touch more and more lives. And I would also like, maybe in conclusion, for us to talk about the future of the initiative. What is the future looking like? Do you think you have achieved all your goals, or, you still, want to touch more lives, or would you ever feel like you've done enough?
Until there's free education in South Africa, then definitely one will say we have done our role, but we'll continue assisting where we can be able to assist. Hence, we're calling people like you and others, dear Hologodi, to come and donate towards this wonderful initiative, and other people. So we're calling people like you to assist, and we're also calling all the nation to form part of this initiative that is important for you to plow back. But we are saying that there's the small thing that we did, it might be nothing to some of you, but to some people might be a huge thing. Come form part with us. Let us join hands. Let us ensure that we assist the disadvantaged out there. Let the young people go to the university, to the colleges, equip themselves. So if you can check in South Africa, the level of literacy, it will set a new vis-a-vis the question of unemployment. Currently, we're seated at a high number of percentage of actually people, young people who are not employed. Yet you have another people who did not go to school. So how do we then bridge the gap? Obviously, through education, we can at least eliminate, because a person who has skill is employable, can be employed anyway, unlike a person who doesn't have a skill. So ours is to take a person to get a skill. Once the person has a skill, can be able to go and get a job, and then by doing that, the number of unemployment rate then comes and being reduced. So this is what we're all calling to young people: come and join us and form part of this good initiative.
Wow. Amazing. And you just actually, whilst you're talking, you just actually picked my brain. I'm just going to try and just get your thoughts on this matter. On the idea of free education, how far do we think, do you really think that it's something that is, possible? Do you think that it's something that we might see happening one day?
Well, it's possible. I went to Poland, I went to Austria. It's possible for a child start at grade 1 until PhD is for free. It's free. But remember, the countries differ. As a developing country, we still have other issues that we need to address. But until government take a conscious decision that if education is free for all, even though universities are saying they're going to suffer because of the number of resources and so on, but it is possible in South Africa that the free education can happen. Actually, remember the former president declared that education should be free. But then the question of modality, how then do we move from what we are doing? But those who can be able to afford, let them pay, let them afford, so that they can assist government. They can, assist the burden that government has. But what is important is South Africa is possible with free education, and this is what, as young people, as activists, we are calling for, that each and every institution of higher learning should be free, actually starting from grade 0 until PhD level. But it's possible. I know for a fact, like myself, I started using NSFAS, and then I got bursaries. Masters, I was paid by NRF, and TUT PhD, I was paid by the university. So it's possible that a person can start until you finish. But then also it goes back until how you perform. But that should not be the case. You want it to be free for all, whether merit or not, but free education for all.
Yeah, we really pray, for that day, and we hope it happens soon, because it is really going to transform our country. That I believe. And do you have, I know you're actually working as a lecturer at the University of Northwest. Is that correct?
Well, I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Mpumalanga.
Of Mpumalanga. Right.
Yeah,
So, and are there any parting words that you have for our viewers out there, who are actually writing their exams, at different institutions? Do you have any words of wisdom?
Ayoba Enja. It's a Chinese language. It means you have worked very hard. Now it's time for you to reap what you have sown.
Wow, that is amazing. And thank you so much, Doctor, for for taking your time out of your busy schedule. You are a superhuman being. I don't know how you do it all at once, but I would really like to express our gratitude from us at Select TV. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. And I guess what I've just taken out of this condensation that we had tonight is that it does not matter where you are, what you have. You can start where you are, and you can just make a difference and change people's lives. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Wandile, for hosting me. It's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed the conversation with you. Young people of South Africa must follow Select TV and see the wonderful that you are doing out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we'll also keep following your amazing work and supporting you the best way we can. Thank you so much.